The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now, 50, 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 185.
Carr now on first down. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 53. Express. Easy. Kill. Deuce right, Chief. Get set.
And the delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Express.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Topper. Heavy.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
53 for Mike. Express. Go. Check 52.
On second and a long way to go. Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check.
Kill.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Express.
Hey, seam 6.
One, later one.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
57's the mic.
93. 93. Come on. Hey, wahoo.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got it. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Pick it up.
Shotgun now for Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 185. White.
Shit. Hey, alert 3. Slam.
OP. Express.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check 53's Mike. Watch the screen.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
53, Mike. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Rip left. Pick the edge. Go. Watch twist. Watch the edge.
They'll run it with Bell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Hey, orbit.
Check. 59.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Derek Morgan. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's 57's right. Hey, keep it up.
808.
Carr going to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Carr completes it to Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Carr now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
General West.
Into the red zone. It's Carr sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Check. Down. 280. Check. 53.
You're mine.
Pull together.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Down. 180.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down now, it's Bell. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
Keep playing. Let's get it.
Darnold on third down. Caught here by Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Switch. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Hey, 734.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
287.
Now Carr, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long...
The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the screen, this is Cannon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check, 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Fresno. Check 3. Check the lady. It's a safety creep.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Darnold, and it's caught by Herndon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, his second touchdown on the season, and the Jets have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Darnold.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Red 80. Red 80. Red 80. Double up, double up.
Bravo.
Back to throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Young lady, you got tight right there.
On first down, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, this Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series. And a little history lesson, back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win. And actually, coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi. So a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened feet. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud.
You did.
My bad.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check. No. Stay with your man. Kill. Big gas.
On second down, it's Cannon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, dog. Young lady. Switch gears. Young lady. Hey, check 24.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there, Carr to Nelson, and even 40 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
34. Let's bring it. Under down. 10. 1, later 1. Go.
To throw his Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On play action, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a play fake. Carr steps away. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are.
And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 83 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Carr. Pass complete to Richard, the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
93. 93.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Five. Get that ball. Get that ball. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Darnold from the gun. And that is going to be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
We got this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On play action, now Carr going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Nelson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
First down, Raiders.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Come get some. Come get some. 29. 29.
Again, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, Bell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jets on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Watch the flag.
To throw is Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. Express. 185. Smooth. White.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. He's got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Let's go.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8.